Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the APDL Emerald League. It's been too long. In actuality, it's been like 4 days since the last video went up, or maybe like a week. But we played this game in week 6, which was a long time ago. So, welcome. My name is Jkkayy, head coach of the Minneapolis Mudsdales, and your host for today's matchup. Getting through my backlog of videos. This is our week 6 matchup, like I mentioned, against the Mighty Moonducks, coached by Hoop99. We've got a brief team builder, and then we'll get into a really great matchup. We are riding an undefeated streak. We're 5-0 going into this game and trying to go for the undefeated 7-week season, and then push for playoffs and hopefully take reign back to the championship like we did in season 2. So lots between now and a potential championship game. So sit back, relax, check out the team builder and the other links in the description below. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe if you're new. We post draft league content on a semi-regular basis. I'm trying to get better. We're gonna finish out this season, and hopefully with season 15, we're gonna continue the consistent upload. So I appreciate you if you're an OG, or if it's your first time, welcome, and enjoy the team builder. Kicking things off this week for the Mudsdales is going to be our Terra Normal Luxray, building an offensive variant here with a Jolly Nature, Guts, and the Flame Orb for maximum damage, standard spread as far as EVs are concerned. And we're running the Supercell Slam Facade Psychic Fangs Quick Attack sets. My team lacks priority, but actually Terra Normal Quick Attack does some work. So Luxray is going to hold up the physical offense this week, be a little bit faster, and hopefully be able to put in some good damage with either Facade or Supercell Slam. And then, like I said, maybe catch Hoop off guard with a cheeky quick attack, which could do massive amounts of damage after my Flame Orb goes off. So that's the Luxray for this week, leading off our roster. Next up for the Mudsdales this week is a Raichu coming off the bench. We haven't used it in a few weeks, and it's time to change that. We have a timid Focus Sash, kind of just max special attack variant here. Fast special attacker, so to speak. Running Thunderbolt, Surf, and Volt Switch is just kind of standard for me. Raichu gets not the greatest move pool ever, but there's some good utility in there, and that's where Wish comes in. My team, if you've noticed this season, is not super bulky. We're not a team that enjoys the late round fights. I really work best when we can end games quickly and just kind of overwhelm with offense. We're not hyper offense, but we're pretty close. So finding some sustainability in creative places has been the challenge this season. And having things like Wish on Raichu, that if I'm faster and can get it off as I die, to bring in one of our bulky mons or our mons that have a little bit more HP and have maybe done some fighting beforehand, heal them up. That's really, really cool, and I think gives me a unique advantage. But 99% of the time, we're going to click a damaging move with Raichu, and that's just kind of going to be how it goes. But it's a cool set, cool bring, and I'm excited to have it back in the lineup after a few weeks on the bench. A regular in the Mudsdales lineup over recent weeks is the Volcanion. I'm running a mixed set this week with Expert Belt, just to kind of give me some sneaky offense in ways that might not be expected. Volcanion's got great stats. It's got good offense, good defense, good bulk. But a lot of times, you're expecting it to do, steam eruption, flamethrower kind of things, right? Special attack all the way. With the matchup, I actually find a ton of value with physical water type moves, and Earthquake is just a good move against Hoop's team across the board. So having 2 physical moves, splitting my investment as far as attack and special attack, and then having a big overheat kind of nuke button is really what Volcanion's about this week. I'm here to to click overheat in most cases, drop my special attack, do a ton of damage, and then follow it up with physical attacks that haven't been lowered and are boosted with that expert belt. So some really cool things that we can do, some surprises that we can pull out with Volcanion's offense this week, and it's going to have to do quite a bit on the offensive front, with just kind of how the type spreads line up and what I need overall. So this is the Volcanion, really excited about it. Should be a cool set for this week. So I don't know if you've noticed, but grass type kind of owns me. And Donphan being weak to grass is not helping the problem, right? But that's where this Adamant Sturdy Rindoberry set comes in. Donphan has enough bulk to really hold its own on the defensive side, at least on the physical side. Special, we're not going to talk about. But on a physical matchup, Donphan is bulky enough and has enough HP and natural defense to really not need the investment in a lot of places, which lets me dump a bunch of stats into that attack stat and into that offensive stat. Rindoberry is there so that I can live a Power Whip from, Grimmsnarl. I can handle Terragrass Cloth, which is likely. There's some other grass type moves that I just really don't want to take without some kind of insurance policy, and that's what the Rindoberry gives me. If we get Stealth Rocks up in this matchup, it'll be great, but most of the time I'm looking to click Earthquake, Gunk Shot, and Stone Edge against Hoop's team. Something I cannot live without this season is Qwilfish. I love this Pokemon. It's pulled so much weight this season, and I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't realize it was going to be such a big anchor point for my team. It's been offensive here and there, but mainly we've run this kind of impish physical defensive set with Intimidate and the Eviolite, and that's just kind of what you see is what you get, right? But it's bulky enough and has a good enough matchup, especially this week where, Liquidation, Barbarage are my two main offensive attacking moves, which are great for the matchups. Pain Split has come in clutch at numerous points this season to be able to give me some healing where, I don't have a Black Sludge, or I don't have a good way of hitting, getting HP back with just by clicking a move. So Pain Split has been great. And this is our first week trying to stack hazards. And I think spikes actually are kind of cool. Hoop has arguably one of the best rapid spinners in Tentacruel. It's a grounded poison type that's fast, can click rapid spin, has good stats. And I don't really have anything to touch it. However, it still takes damage from rocks and spikes. So instead of going the toxic spikes route and trying to wear things down with poison damage, instead we're just going to go and hazard stack a little bit with spikes and stealth rock from Donphan. If I'm able to set that up, the chip is going to be incredible. It lets Luxray much more comfortably kill things with Facade or Quick Attack even in the back if they've taken enough chip. And it gives, my other attackers in Raichu and Volcanion and Donphan just so much extra help. I'm not one-shotting a lot of things, but if you combine a really beefy, 60-70% attack, plus chip from hazards, plus chip from other hazards, all of a sudden we're starting to do really, really well in the matchup, and I think Qwilfish is going to be a stud in Week 6. And finally, we need something specially defensive, and Articuno fits the bill this week. We're running a stab moveset with Freeze Dry and Hurricane, Roost and Haze, heavy duty boots because rocks hurt. Rocks hurt so bad. We definitely don't want to take Stealth Rock damage, and he's got really good rock setters. So our goal is to not have to deal with those with our heavy duty boots, and really be able to come in and try and take on like a Jkkayy or insert other special attackers here. Freeze Dry and Hurricane are just good stab moves, good coverage moves. For individual matchups, we click one or the other. Hopefully we can roost off damage, and if something tries to set up in front of my face, at least on the special side, we can click Haze, stop that from going wild. And I think Articuno is going to be pulling limited duty this week, but it could be really important. I'm terrified of Jkkayy, so if I can neutralize that and go one for one, I'm calling it a win. And if Articuno can do any more than that, I'm just going to say, yep, that's great. Let's go. So that's the team for this week. Luxray, Raichu, Volcanion, Donphan, Qwilfish-Hisui, and Articuno. And now we'll send it over to, I guess, past Josh. And our week 6 matchup against Hoop 99 and the Mighty Moonducks. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Have fun watching the game. All right, everybody, welcome to APDL Emerald League Week 6. We are riding a 5-game win streak, undefeated, the last undefeated, and we're up against Hoop, which is no small task. He's got a Terra Grass Cloth, Grim Snarl, Jkkayy, Tentacruel, Piloswine, and Cobalion. So, no Gardevoir, which is nice to see. No Rotom, no Thwackey. Interesting. Okay, I think we're going to start... Ooh, what are we going to start? Do we start Donphan right away and just try and get big damage off? Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I have a Rindo Berry. I am good if he tries to tear grass in my face. And if we can get Stealth Rocks up, that'd be cool. He does have a really good spinner in Tentacruel, but we'll figure it out. So, all right. Here we go. Week 6 in the Emerald League. Nerve-sighted. Evil Mustache. Sure. Okay, so Grim Snarl. If he's dual screens, Gunk Shot actually just straight up kills. He could put a Reflect up. I am just going to click the button. I think big damage on turn 1 is just kind of good enough. And maybe we catch him off guard. He does Parting Shot. Okay. Crystal is Parting Shot. What do you go into? What do you go into? What do you go into? Tentacruel probably makes sense. Piloswine makes a little sense if he's got Eviolite. Cobalion doesn't take any damage to this. I didn't think about that. Truffles is the Piloswine. Okay, cool. So we do connect our Gunk Shot, which is cool, and that does absolutely no damage. Oh my god. Piloswine. Oof. So he's defensive for sure. What do I want to go out into? Do I want to just stay in here and get rocks up? Icicle Crash hurts a bunch, but if he's defensive, I don't really have a great switch in. Maybe we trade rocks here. Let's just try and see here. I am faster, which is good to know. Yeah, we do trade rocks. Stealth Rock. And this thing has gotta be Eviolite. Gotta be Eviolite. I can't just Rapid Spin. I can just Rapid Spin. It's not gonna... I don't have Rapid Spin. It's been a while since I made this team, everybody. Ooh, okay. All right. What do we do here? What do we do here? What do we do here? If he's got rocks, Articuno doesn't take earthquake damage. I eat the ice shards. I can try and do something. I don't know. I don't have a great switch in here, but I want to preserve Donphan because it's part of my offense for this week. It's more offensive than defensive. So we'll go into Articuno. We'll see if he's got Stone Edge. This is a really good play. I don't think he'd go for it against a Donphan, but you never know. Freeze Dry. Okay. It does nothing. Piloswine has Freeze Dry. I kind of want to... He's got Freeze Dry Piloswine. Now, do I want to call his bluff on the Stone Edge here? I also, like, how much would that do? Stone Edge, oh, it does a lot. It does a lot. It does a lot. It does a lot. Freeze Dry is going to do a lot to... Doesn't do a lot to Volcanion, actually. Frick. We'll fire off a Hurricane. We'll see if he's got the Stone Edge. He stayed in. Okay. Ancient Power. Okay, so it's special Piloswine. We do eat that up pretty well, actually. Ancient Power. And I do have Haze. So actually, like, even if he gets an Omni Boost, I should be able to deal with it. I think I'm just gonna click Hurricane again. Yeah, we'll go for damage. Articuno hitting its moves, that's great. Truffles is taking some damage. We did get Confusion, nice. It'd be awesome if we got a free turn here. It's confused, and it did use Ancient Power. Okay. No Omni Boost, good. Okay. I am going to Roost here. We're kind of playing the game of, like, who gets the boost first, or, like, wow, I go all the way to full on that, which is awesome. Hit yourself. Got it. Okay. That does, like, no damage, which is so good for me. And I'm just kind of free to click Hurricane here. And he does swap out. Okay, cool. He's used 3 Ancient Powers. I think he gets 8 of them total. So there's the Jkkayy. We did. I'm sorry about the hacks, dude. Oh, oof. Articuno. It's Black Sludge, which is good. So, I mean... If he's Adaptability Black Sludge with max attack, Draco Meteor does 48% on top. Freeze Dry does 41 to 50. So I think we just stay in and we click the Freeze Dry button. We're showing our hand here. That does good damage. Articuno putting in some work here early. Toxic. Okay. That's fine. I can stay in for a little bit here, especially because I think this is like a utility set. We'll go for Freeze Dry. It doesn't miss. He's faster than me too, which is strange. Hurt itself in Confusion. And we'll Freeze Dry. Boom. Cool. Articuno gets a kill. And the Jkkayy goes down. Jkkayy had Toxic. And it was Speed Crept, which is interesting. Okay. So that's a big wall out of the way. Articuno, honestly, great free agent swap for me. Putting in work in a couple of games here. Got its kill today. And now Inigo Montoya comes out, which I'm not super a fan of. So here's the question, right? Like, Cloth is probably physical. Piloswine has... I do wall out the Piloswine, though. I think I might need... Well, the Piloswine's down. Do I need... How much do I need? Like, like, Hurricane does a lot of damage. And he does have Stone Edge. And that does kill me. Okay. It was worth the roll. If he was physical and had, like, close combat or something, that doesn't do a ton. You could always miss the Stone Edge, but Stone Edge does come through. And we do lose our Articuno, which is a little unfortunate, but it put in a ton of work. And I think I'm okay letting it go down here. With Stone Edge now, yeah, that always kills me. I think Donphan is a really good switch. I could go Luxray and go Terra Normal. That doesn't really do much. We have 30 seconds. Qwilfish is not something I really want to put in here. I could Volt Switch on it with Raichu, unless it's Scarf, Volcanion. Volcanion Overheat's kind of cool here. Is there anything that takes Volcanion Overheat? Okay, we're going to go Volcanion. Stone Edge does 40 to 47. Overheat nukes this thing. Earthquake does 57 to 68. I wanna try the bait here. Oh my god, that is Choice Banded. Fudge. Okay. Alright, so that's gotta be Choice Banded Cobalion. But it does go down, which is nice. And Volcanion picks up a kill. Problem is I'm slow. I do have Wish Raichu in the back. The problem is he's got hazards up, and I can't really do anything to it. He does go into Cloth. Okay, so this is Terra Grass Cloth, and I did click Overheat, so I am -2 special Cloth showdown usage. It's probably going to be faster. It 100% will be faster. Liquidation before he tears does a ton. I want to punish. His Terra Grass if he goes for that as much as possible. Overheat at -2 still does a lot of damage. If he doesn't Terra, it does hardly anything. But again, he's faster. So if he clicks Swords Dance, if he goes Terra Grass and clicks Swords Dance, why would he go Terra Grass? We're gonna liquidate. He knocks off. Okay, that's fine. Cloth goes in and clicks Knock Off. Knocks off my Expert Belt. And that goes 1-0. And I am down a Volcanion. Volcanion for Cobalion. I feel like that's a decent trade, right? Like, I feel like the two trades that we've made so far are decent. He's got a Cloth that's got knockoff. What do I go into? Donphan, Terra Grass. We have the Gunk Shot. Earthquake does a bunch of damage. Luxray, if I Terra, does not do enough. Qwilfish. We could go Qwilfish actually here. Not Luxray. I'm gonna go Qwilfish. It's got the darn knockoff. So I might actually just cycle the Qwilfish here and go into Raichu. High horsepower if he's defensive. Doesn't, yeah, that does a lot though. So the Qwilfish here, I will be faster. Vrburai, if he Terra Grass, does a bunch. If I get a poison, that's good. Intimidate did go through, so this thing's not going to do a ton of damage to me. I could Spikes here. Is it worth it to get more Spikes up? I just don't want him to do anything for free, and the Qwilfish is good. We're gonna Spike. He just knocks off. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. We don't have our Eviolite anymore. But at -1, high horsepower is the best thing he has to hit me with. If he's offensive Cloth, What does that do here? If he's offensive claw, high horsepower at -1 does 30 to 36. So I'm chilling here. I think we're gonna go for another layer of spikes. Yeah. He does switch. If this is the Tentacruel, that's fine. He goes into Truffles. Okay. Okay. We've got 2 layers of spikes and rocks up, which is really, really good. I believe Articuno and Qwilfish have the same speed. So, we're going to click Liquidation. I should be faster. Yep. Qwilfish will pick up a kill here, and the Piloswine is down, which is great. Okay, Qwilfish H gets a kill. And we've got a bunch of hazards down. The Cloth comes out again. Sure. Okay. So I haven't shown Vrburai yet, and I think now is the time to do it. I'm going to double check this here without the Intimidate and without my Eviolite. High horsepower does about half. I should still be faster, so we're going to go for Vrburai. Oh, it is faster. Interesting. Okay, good to know. And no poison. Interesting. So you've got some speed. You've got some speed. I don't know if I just didn't catch that last time or if he didn't. I probably just didn't catch that. That's a misplay on my part. Do I need Qwilfish now? He's got a Tentacruel, a Grimmsnarl, and this Cloth left. I mean, I think we're gonna go Pain Split. If I die, whatever. Did he miss? Oh no, that sucks. That's unfortunate. And we didn't get hardly any HP back. Liquidation would have been so good there. That's tragic. Okay. Man, that's a bummer. Did this thing go for anything besides knockoff? Is this choice? Is this choiced? Do I want to try and see if this thing is choiced? I don't know if I do. The Intimidate's nice to have. We're gonna swap out here and see what we can do with Donphan. I don't know what this thing wants to do here. Okay. Just high horsepowers. He hasn't Terra'd yet. He could do that here. Gunk Shot is a kill if he gets around it. I mean, like, I live a high horsepower Earthquake. What does he have left? Nothing on his team wants to take an Earthquake. Does he Terra here, though? Like, if he Terras and I call it, then it's a great play. I think Earthquake is just safer, though. Yeah, okay. He swaps. It's probably the Grimmsnarl now. Evil Mustache. Okay. See, that's like the play that does really, really well against the Grimmsnarl is to go for Gunk Shot here, but Earthquake might do okay. Does enough. And he has leftovers. Okay. We are going to click Gunk Shot. We have a Rindo Berry, so if he power rips us, we're okay. But we're gonna click the move. He's gonna crutch us. Okay. Ouch. We're good, and we missed. Shoot. Dang it. Grimmsnarl. crunch. Okay, so I guess that's the justice for him getting confused earlier. Now, what is he going to do? If he crunches again, Gunk Shot is the play. If he switches to Tentacruel to eat the Gunk Shot, Earthquake is the play. Cloth also dies to Earthquake, but Earthquake doesn't do enough on this thing. I think we go Gunk Shot. Okay. Hit your move, Donphan. Hit your move. Hit your move. Thank you. And that's a dead Grimmsnarl. Good deal. Okay, cool. Grimmsnarl goes down. And Donphan gets a kill. The crappy thing... Okay, so he's got this guy here. Luxray looks decent at the end here. I think he's going to try and spin, so I'm going to Earthquake. I think he's got to spin to be able to keep Cloth as healthy as possible. And if he does that, Earthquake is a great play. He just has Ice Beam. Well, that'll kill me. Ice Beam. Okay. 1-0. Donphan does good. You go down here. Okay. I believe my play is Raichu, but I want to check something. Tentacruel. Against Raichu. Thunderbolt does not actually kill if he's got some HP. We're going to go into Raichu. Our Focus Sash does break, which is unfortunate, but he's just got Ice Beam, so... Ice Beam... Let's just see, like, if he's max attack, or max special attack, maybe, and he is timid, I should still be faster. Ice Beam is going to do 32 to 38. Surf is probably his best water move. I should just Thunderbolt here, actually. Like, I lose nothing by doing it. To quote Ryan, that thing's got some bulk. Sludge Bomb comes out, and we take it. Okay, nice. So he's mixed. No, Sludge Bomb is special. So he's got some bulk, but I think we're just good to Thunderbolt here. Okay, Raichu picks up a kill off the bench, which is awesome. And the Tentacruel goes down. Man, lots of Mons going 1-1. This is a great close game. I love it. You had Sludge Bomb as well. Sludge Bomb. Okay, so Cloth is a rock type. Thunderbolt does not do... What do we have for Pokemon in the back? We have a Luxray and a Qwilfish. If I wish here, I can bring the Qwilfish in. Or do I just go for the damage? If he Terra Grasses... If he Terra Grasses now, like, my moves do nothing. And I think it would be better to get a Wish off. I might get punished for this, but we're going to go with the long game plan here. He does Terra. Okay, so this is good. My moves do, like, literally no damage to, like, a defensive Cloth. So, actually, Luxray. He's Terra Grass, I'm Terra Normal. Facade is just a kill. Okay. I think this is Choice Scarf Cloth. Because that it's fast. That is cool. Choice Scarf, Terra Grass. Raichu goes down. Wow. Okay. So I believe I'm just quadruple checking here. I have the time. Yeah, because there's no way he's faster than my max speed Raichu without a scarf. But if he has a scarf, he is really, really fast. Okay, we go into Qwilfish. We get the Intimidate off. I might be losing differential here on this, but he can't really do anything to the Qwilfish. Knockoff should do 7 to 8.4%, even if because my Intimidate went off, but I don't have an EDahl, so that should like even itself out. Yeah, he does no damage to me. We're gonna click Vrburai. I think this thing is Choice Scarf. Yeah, Choice Scarf for sure. We're gonna Vrburai. This is gonna do a bunch. Nice. We do get the poison. Not that it really matters here. But we do get the kill with the poison, which is cool. Qwilfish picks up 2 in this game. Great game, Hooper. Awesome game. We do pick up the 2-0 victory. Thank you guys so much for watching. Super fun game, really cool sets. The Choice Scarf Cloth was really cool. I dig that a lot. The special Piloswine, I gotta see. I can't wait to see the Pokepaste for that, because that is like, I would have never in a million years prepped for that, so that's really cool. You know, the bulky Jkkayy was on my radar for sure. The Grimmsnarl just had Parting Shot and Crunch is all we got to see, so interested to see what that set was. The Cobalion was good. Pretty sure that was Choice Banded Cobalion, but yeah, really solid game. I feel like we recognized when we could play the 1-for-1 game. I think that's a good takeaway for us this week. Not necessarily trying to save stuff for the sake of saving it. I think like the Volcanion situation was really good. Like knowing that I could take at least 1 hit, getting a big shot off. You know, those kind of plays, knowing that, you know, when to take Qwilfish out. The hazard stacking was really good this week. So yeah, I think we had a pretty solid game plan, played really well to our outs, and should be a good like confidence boost. We are 6-0 going into week 7 against Noah in the final week of the season. So the undefeated season is still alive, but we've got a very tall order. And Hoop, thanks for not bringing Thwacky, because that thing's stupid. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for all the support on the videos and stuff. I know I'm a little bit behind with uploads. I've got week 5 and 6 now to get up. But yeah, appreciate all the support. Like, comment, subscribe. Go follow the other coaches on YouTube, and make sure you're subscribed to watch all the games. And we'll see you in week 7 for a dog fight at the end of the year.